moment of truth. This is so light. This is so light. Wow, we need to build this now. So from now on, I don't have too much to do because Addison is like in this weird flow state and I don't want to interrupt too much. Addison, I trust him a lot because he takes care of my bike all season. He has a racing background, so he knows all the little stuff you need to do to go as fast as possible. So I just trust whatever he does, and it's always ceramic speed. This is gonna be so fast. This bike is gonna be so fast.
This is gonna be really good. I appreciate that intro, Adam. So, as Adam said, my name is Addison Zawada. I am the master bike tech here at Technolodge, but I also have been racing bikes on and off across mountain bikes, road bikes, and gravel bikes alike.
He's not gonna say it to you, but look at this. First single speed man in the Dirty Kansas 2019. Just before it got mainstream, and it was now it's unbound gravel, but before it was Dirty Kansas, and Addison did it just before everyone knew about it. So
A little strange, but I'm putting some foam tubing inside of his frame. These frames are super thin carbon, so they make a really loud resonating noise. This foam is going to help to essentially deaden the noise of all the cables, so Adam can concentrate on his racing more so than hearing his bike. Factor actually includes this foam tubing inside of the box, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of companies do that. Very fortunate this bike is Di2 Shimano electronic, so realistically my life is very simple in what I actually need to do.
these are the black ink wheel, that logo on the bike. So black ink is like the wheel brand of Factor, so the highest quality also. This will be probably less hard to build. I only have to put a tube and a tire, or maybe just a tire with a tubeless. We'll see. We'll see what the mechano says.
One of the things Adam is known for most is riding his bikes really hard, and he comes back to me to maintain them and fix them. And I'll show you a good example of that. This is where I had to rebuild his entire free hub, remanufacture parts here in the shop with just files and grinders. And I had to remake some of the spacers in here and actually add a fourth bearing to it to try and prolong the life of Adam's bike, to keep him going and training like he's supposed to. That's me in a nutshell. Essentially what I'm doing here is using what's called a fiber grip style grease, which actually has a grit in it, so I don't have to over torque the seat post and potentially maybe break the seat post, but it still doesn't allow the seat post to fall down. Just a nice tool to have. One of the biggest pet peeves of mine in the cycling industry is people that do not cut off the warning labels once it goes out the door. That's for all of you out there. Get rid of those warning labels. No!
That's the only thing I'm allowed to do. very happy about the bike. But another thing I'm super happy about is that it makes Addison life way easier also, but having the Di2 for traveling, for me it just makes like all the difference. Last year I had it and it was the best thing like on my bike in my opinion, so I'm super happy to be running Shimano Di2 this year again. Once you try it, you cannot go back. Like
no, especially for traveling, like being able to little things like taking your derailleur off super easy so it doesn't get smashed.
Yeah, you literally like just unplug this, you undo the screw here, and you know it's not gonna break.
Even down to you can take your handlebars off easier, fold them on the side. TT bars like on your TT bike. Take it's the endless possibilities on.
Oh yeah, and just like the micro adjustments. So like when you travel, they don't come out as they were put in. And sometimes I would just like pre-ride the course and like play a little bit with the micro adjustment on the Di2 and get it like pretty much perfect just while I was riding on the bike. So yeah, Di2 is the best thing.
So Adam was just asking me why the front face of this fork is actually flat. Well, it's because everything on this bike is completely internal. So your cables go from your brake caliper in the back through the frame, up through the head tube and into the bars. Well, that open space or that flat space creates an opening in here, so our cables actually fit down inside of there. So then once we put all of our spacers on, our handlebar on, these cables will completely disappear, which is a huge thing for aerodynamics. Cables can be 2-3% drag just on these cables being out alone, which is why companies are doing so many things to integrate them into the bike so they're not even there anymore. So that's what that flat space on the front of this Factor fork is. So this is what I was talking about with everything being completely internalized in the bike. These hoses are actually going to go straight up the fork, right in through that opening in the stem and out the bar, so you'll never actually see them. They're not going to catch any drag on you, Adam. It's going to be great. You're going to love it, my friend. Put the fishing line there. It's kind of like chess. Weird comparison, but you have to think a couple steps ahead. No saddle. They knew you wanted your own saddle. There we go. And then, Adam, if I could get you, we are on the drive side of the bike, so that's going to be the rear. Just stay there for a second. We're going to put that in. Oh, no! And that sometimes happens.
It's gonna be half of the video, Addison.
I know. Woo! You got it. And then just like that, you have a fully stealth cable system. Pretty clean. Yeah. No wires, no nothing. That's gonna be hot. So now we have the battery inside of the seat post. We're gonna connect it to the rest of the system here. Okay, battery is hooked up. We're good to go. So I'm going to use a little bit of plumber's thread tape. Keeps the bottom bracket nice and watertight. Keeps it from vibrating loose. Heavy riding, Adam does any possible way to keep water out. It's a good thing. So. Check it out. It's alive! All that work. All right. Yeah, like each.
It's just for that.
Yeah.
When you don't have a pedal. I think we're pretty much done, Addison.
Yeah, we're pretty close. It's a very rough fit. I know you've got to go see Physio Velo later this week to actually jump into a fit.
Yeah, so on Friday I'm driving to Physio Velo. That's why I kind of rushed Addison today, because I really needed the bike to be built, because I have a bike fit in 2 days, so I'll be fitting that bike perfectly. And after that, Addison is going to receive all the measurements, and he's going to cut the
steer
tube at the
bar tape.
Yep,
and then run all the cables properly so everything will be nice and tidy. This is rough. Don't get me stuffed out there, YouTube, okay?
And he's going to do also something, but that's going to be on his Instagram. He's going to do something special with the bottom bracket to save some extra watts.
Yes.
So that's going to be content to come also.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my road bike for this year, the OSTRO VAM from Factor. I mean, I don't have much to say, like how look at it. I'm just super excited to get to know the bike and give you guys feedback about it. That's pretty much it.